Hey, how you doing? I'm Doc York. How you feel today? I'm okay. Got this little thing there, this little tag and stuff. It's okay. Anyway, before I get off the track, I got something for you over here. When we talk about America, right? Something's missing. See, they say Central America. Now, if you talk about something central, and you're looking at uh, symmetry, symmetry, and you look at the continent of America, it starts at Greenland. I don't know if you can picture that. Get a map. Get our way. Get a map. First of all, hold on. How you doing? My name's Doc York. I just want to go over some things with you. It's all right if you got the time. If not, you can keep going like the pollen in the sky with no reason why. But when we looking at America, they say Central America, then they show you this little skinny part. No, we are Central America. The 50 states, that's Central America. That was the cutoff point from the old world to the new world by way of the Bering Strait. That's why they took Alaska. And Alaska's so high up, then you got Canada, and then you got Washington State. There's a reason for this, the way it's set. And then you got Mexico, the cutoff point. Then between Washington State and Mexico with California and all the way down the line, right? And all the other states going over to the East Coast, New York, East Coast, New York. These 50 states are actually 50 different countries. Don't get it twisted, okay? Go to any state and then go to a country in Africa or a country in England or Europe, whatever, and do the population, do the math, and see how could they have this many inhabitants in the country, and then they have this many inhabitants and they call it a state. Just like you go to Greenland, they call that the biggest island. Why? Because words is part of the world. You look at the word "word" and then you look at the word "world." It's the same thing. Nothing could be taken out of this dimension. You know, this is the dimension of sound. You know, we're not gonna go to the Twilight Zone. But listen, you've been tricked. You've been tricked, and you've been fooled. But anyway, we're going to talk. I don't want to get off the subject. I don't want to get off the subject. So before I go anything, I just want to say one thing. How you doing? My name's Doc York. Yeah, Dr. York, Doc York. I'm all good with that, right? Now listen. What about the natural growth of America? I mean, as far as the energy that is used by the people on this continent. Oh, we said 50 states because we're separated from the continent. We're separated from Mexico. When actually that was the way of migration. That was the way of the world. That's the way it was set up where people can walk. So they cut us off. They cut us off Canada. This is the only continent that had both hemispheres, hot and cold. It's still the only one. Now, that is said because Europe, Africa, it's not really called Africa. It was called Kush. It was called Kush, right? Right? Before that, there's many names to Earth. But anyway, Asia and what they call Africa today, which is called Kush, ancient Kush. It was one. It was all one landmass. And then some things happened, which is out of your concern, so I'm not even going to go. And then they had Asia, then you have Europe, and then you have Africa. But it was all one thing. Then the division. Every time they divide something, you lose the essence. You lose the essence of Earth and how it's really supposed to be looked at. But you can't see that as a human being. You have to see that as an Elohim. You have to rise up on another frequency to see that. So though for what you, it is what it is. What you see is what you be. That's how we're gonna put that. Okay. It says the natural growth should be spent and divided amongst the women who gave birth to America. Okay, what this is saying, they take your child and put them in these schools and train these children to go against you and to work for someone else and to think at their command, at their speech. When you sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that song, and you give it to your child, you just push your child out your life. When you give your child to institution, school, and you take their program, you programming your child's thinking and actions with their reality. That's not the reality. That's not your reality. You have not stopped to make up a reality. When you say you want to be on the PTA and you have people over you that's implementing the program of schooling, that's implementing and dealing with the money and the funds that is allocated for you, and you just working for somebody else while you putting your children in these schools, you're wrong. You're wrong. You are definitely wrong. And you don't want to be wrong. You see? But you continue to do this. You fought for integration when didn't know or didn't think about it. This is Martin Luther. You didn't know that through integration they embraced and they did a different type of separation. They destroyed the minds of the children. Because if you think before segregation, we had respect for one another. Yeah, we had family fights, and we had neighborhood squabbles, and things of that nature. But we were not each other's enemies. Today, people actually think that we are each other's enemies, when the enemies came from one group of people that invaded this land that we were on. And yes, we were on this land, melanated skin. Matter of fact, we reigned the whole earth. What happened was, there's many versions to the story, but one of the realest things that we can go is smallpox, and that's the thing, antron, smallpox. It's like the pus from their lesions. They take it from they pores and they dry it out and they multiply it and they put it in things. Nasty people. It's called germ warfare. Germ warfare, Germany, germ man, the man with many germs. Not one part, or what do you call it, one country, but a whole region, one area of people, and they multiplied and they got out of the caves of Europe and they started doing their what they call it sailing, Columbus, this and that, and they brought germs, and these germs they were quarantined, so we didn't know about no germs. So within that, now we take 16 shots just to be around them, and you think that's normal. That's not normal. We have to sit down and think about what's right and what's wrong. who's giving allegiance to the queen that ruled 3/4 of the world, and I don't know how much they rule right now, but they still have a lot of provinces, they have a lot of property, they have a lot of territory. You see, just like the book that you got, the Bible, that is a British book. That's a book that they use to control you. They call it religion. We never had a religion. Get right back to you.